Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, we are looking at some new custom tactics. I try every week to come up with some new formation, custom tactics for you guys. Doesn't always necessarily mean I think they're my favourite. My favourite so far this year is the 4-2-2, but I like to give you guys a variety of tactics and formations you can use. It does suit different people's playstyle. For example, the 4-2-3-1, great formation, great custom tactic. I'm just not a huge fan of how it works for my playstyle. The one we showed today is the 4-3-2-1. I think some people are going to really love this. It's quick, attacking, direct. You've got 3 central strikers basically. It's really good at overloading the opposition. For these custom tactics, I did loosely copy them from a North American pro called Agit Power. I think he's a Canadian guy. I've changed them and tweaked them to suit how I want them to play, what I think's best for them. And when we show the custom tactics, we will show you them in terms of what players you should be using them. I'll talk for each position, say the type of player you want in them, and then I'll show you some clips in game of how to actually use the custom tactic and what you want to do in game to make it better. Let's go then. Are you looking to improve at FIFA? Then Underdog Gaming is the place to be. Underdog Gaming is run by me, Zelonius, and Jambu, another FIFA pro, who have been full-time content creators and pro players for the last 6 years, hitting Elite Division and Top 100 with ease every single year. We've got lots of different tiers catered to what you want, from all the way from entry-level access to a big community Discord full of people all looking to improve and get better at the game, weekly articles and videos with exclusive tips and guides and tutorials, follow backs on Twitter where you can DM us and get full access to us, coaching sessions, gameplay analysis. We'll be doing a spreadsheet which will be updated throughout the year with all the OP meta players. If you want to improve at FIFA and you're serious about taking your game to the next level, Underdog Gaming is the place to be. You can find the Patreon by going to patreon.com/underdoggaming or check the link that's in the description of this video. I look forward to seeing you guys there. For the tactic, we have it on 72 depth right now. That gives auto offside traps. I think if you have press after possession loss or press on heavy touch in your default version of this, it's almost a bit too aggressive, but balanced with auto offside traps. Not really low width, but not crazy high. It makes it very hard to break down. Helps the defense a lot. The auto offside traps, if you do struggle with these and you're not good at manually switching to your players, you might want to lower it. I'd go to like 45, but it does help with the pressure if you can keep this on. But like I say, tweak it, test it, see if it suits you. When I do these custom tactics, it's not always just copy it exactly and it'll perfectly suit you. Different people have different ways of playing. I kind of give a template with my custom tactics to hopefully help you guys out. The build-up play, we are going balanced. The chance creation, direct passing, this is what I do in pretty much all my default tactics. I might change to fast build-up, forward runs if I'm playing a bit more like high press, constant pressure and all that tactic. By the way, if I was to, every formation I do, I normally have a more aggressive version. I would go press after possession loss, up the width to 50 and up the depth to 75. Not too drastic, but that's what I do for that. The width's 50. I think this is a pretty balanced formation in terms of what you want with width and central. Players in box 5, you get lots of players in attack anyway, so you don't want it to be too high and be almost too attacking. I prefer the corners on 3, it just suits the corner tactic I use if you've seen my corner video before. When we look at formations here, the strengths of this formation are fairly obvious just when you look at it. You have 3 fairly central strikers. 2 of them are centre forwards, one's a striker, but in game, they all kind of rotate with each other. Having 3 strikers is obviously going to give you a lot more options and be very hard for your opponent to defend. I wish that the middle centre mid was a CDM. If he was, that would be really helpful. Well, in this formation, you want centre backs to be good normal centre backs. The way I've got it set up, this was where I copied Agit Power, is that Cancelo's on balanced attack because he's pretty good going forward. Kyle Walker's on stay back. And then for that, we have the outside centre mid here on balanced attack because he can get forward a bit more because the full-back's covering him. And then we have stay back on this centre mid because he's covering a bit for the left back that's attacking. If you have a right back who's better at attacking, then you'd want this guy to stay back, this one on balance, and this guy to stay back, and this one. if you just don't have fullbacks who can attack, you could put these both on balanced and put your fullbacks on stay back. If you had fullbacks who can both attack really well, you could put these on stay back for both of them. You adapt it to what works for you. Just because he's on stay back doesn't mean Salah won't get involved at all. Ideally, you'd probably want someone a bit more well-rounded in midfield. Salah was what I already had in my team, so suited me. And honestly, he was great there. Helped me get 10-0 in the playoffs with this team. The middle centre mid is more like a natural CDM. He isn't a CDM in game, but you want someone who is very good defensively, physically. Your defensive mind midfielder. Yaya Toure is perfect because he can do a bit of everything. But in a cheaper team, you could definitely go for players like Kessie. For example, if someone would be really good there. Up front, the middle striker's got to be the one who's best in the air. I put him on stay forward while the others are basic defensive support, so they do get back a little bit. I have the balanced width on all of them. In other custom tactics, I see pros go getting behind. I don't think getting behind is that good. I just think getting behind screws the runs up and makes them only really want to run in behind. A lot of pros just want to do one-touch through balls, though, so that does suit them. But for me, I think balanced width, mixed attack works better. For the attackers, middle one wants to be good in the air. The two outside ones want to be quick, good at dribbling, good weak foot skills, the standard stuff for attackers. This centre mid needs to be pretty good going forward because he's your more attacking one. This one can be all-rounded, but for this one, I've just got a better attacker. And then for the instructions, like I say, we've got balanced, mixed attack, stay forward. Default on the outside centre forwards. Stay back, cover centre on the middle guy. I want him to hold the ground here. Cover wing, stay back on this centre mid. Balanced, cover wing on this one. Because the fullbacks can push up a bit, I want cover wing. I find in this formation it seems to work better, whereas in some formations cover wing doesn't really work. It's a bit weird like that. Stay back on this. I've gone off step up because I found in the higher division, step up just meant people could just 1-2 chip through ball around, so I'm not using it at the moment. Balanced on this fullback, and then comes across his sweeper keeper on my keeper. We're now going to show you some clips of it in game, show you how good it can be going forward, and just show the structure and how you should actually use this formation. I find if you see custom tactics videos and they're not actually showing you how to play with them, they're just telling you about them, it's not as good. It's not going to help you learn the formation better. That's why I like to show you clips and show you how you actually should be using it. Let's get into the clips. In this clip here, we are looking at a really nice goal in the 4-3-2-1 with our centre mid finishing it off. So at the start here, the opponent has the ball. Win it back there, being pretty aggressive. Quick 1-2. 1-2s like this are a really good way in general of attacking. Not enough people use them. To do that is L1X. The player makes the pass will trigger the run. I always try my tactics videos as well when I'm showing you goals, just talk in general about the goal. Of course, it's to show the formation, how it plays, but it's then to show just some extra ways that I play on the game. Hopefully give you some little pearls of wisdom. Nice through ball there. Through balls can be pretty good when they're angled like that, but they're not always great. You can see there that the centre forward there is in space, but he's kind of pulled a few defenders out of position. The right centre mid is bombing forward there on balanced attack. That's what he's supposed to do. The right centre forward is occupying the player, gets into space, and then it's a nice, easy finish for Hullet. That's a quick counter attack. We've used the left centre mid. We've won the ball back with our fullback. We've used all three strikers. I know Mbappe doesn't touch it, but his decoy run there opens up space there. And then it's a nice, easy finish with the overlapping run from the centre mid. The 4-3-2-1's crazy for this. If you have both centre mids on balanced attack and fullbacks stay back, you can get more of this, but it does leave you a little bit worse on the whip side. It's kind of pros and cons to it. But it was a really good formation I found for overlapping runs with Hullet in centre mid. Yes, Hullet's insane, but you can do this with Kevin De Bruyne, Llorente, Valverde, players like that. They're not as good, but they can do a really good job of it. Another clip here. We've gone backwards there with Mbappe to open it up to make a run there. Walker is on stay back, but just because he's on stay back doesn't mean that I'm never ever going to bomb forward with him. It is a lot of space here that I can use. I'm going to use it. If there's a lot of space, I'll take advantage of that. Play a good pass in there. I'm using the centre mid. You can see the stay back midfielder there still does get forward at times. Cancelo there, you can see him on the radar. He's occupying some space out here. Not the best shot. Maybe needs to put more power and maybe it would have gone over. Or maybe could have through balled it. But I do like it in these Travellas. But I get pretty lucky. lands at CR7's foot, and then it's an easy tap-in from there. CR7's never missing that. But that's one of the strengths about this formation. It tends to score a lot more stupid goals because, simply put, you just have so many players in the box. Here, I've got my 3 centre-forward strikers, a centre-mid. I've got a centre-mid just outside the box. It's just so good at overwhelming people. Don't get me wrong, defensively it can get caught on counter-attacks. You really have to focus a lot on getting your midfield behind the ball because they're not CDMs. They're not as good at doing that. But going forward, this formation's crazy. I really like it and think it's a lot of fun. Do I think it's the best? No. But if you want to have more fun, play attacking style FIFA, I think this one's really good. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As always, I appreciate the support a lot. Keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.